afternoon once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians and White Sox wrapping up this three-game series. Time now for the Cleveland Guardians and White Sox wrapping up this three-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the Sox and manager Will Venable. Leading things off, Nick Maton, the designated hitter. Andrew Vaughn at first base bats second. Miguel Vargas, the third baseman, bats third, with Matt Theis doing the catching and batting cleanup. Austin Slater in right field hits fifth. Lenin Sosa, the second baseman, bats sixth. Batting seventh, Brooks Baldwin in left field. Michael Taylor Jr., the center fielder, will bat eighth. And Jacob Amaya is the shortstop, hitting ninth. On the mound, right-hander Jonathan Cannon. Now for the Guardians and manager Stephen Vogt. Leading things off, Stephen Kwan, the left fielder. And the leadoff batter is presented by Global Transport.
5 a.m.
or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet.
Solo session.
But team effort.
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
1-1. That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Page's back, he can't make the catch. It'll one-hop the wall. Dansby scores, Amaya to second. Cubs lead 1-0 here in the second. Hits just keep on coming for Miguel Amaya. Big knock.
Well, tries to beat him with a fastball upstairs. It's a real nice, powerful swing. Head rate on it, gets good extension.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
Count is 0-2. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the ninth inning. There's a swing and a line drive into the corner. Fair ball! A walk-off winner on opening day! Look at him come out of the dugout.
It's the first walk-off in Marlins history on opening day, and it comes courtesy of Kyle Stowers.
How about that?
Industrial and warehouse workers in Northeast Ohio. They're ready for the job with drug screens and background checks. And Minutemen handles all the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com.
Spring's here, and we're looking for another successful season on the diamond and on the job site. But what does success really mean? At the heart of it, a big win means that everyone gets home safely. We all could be an all-star while driving. Keep an eye out for road workers. Watch your speed and eliminate distractions so that Ohio work zones can be safe for all. Take the Safe Driving Pledge at ohiolesset.com/safer-roads and join us in promoting safety on the job site. This message is brought to you by the Ohio Laborers Union and Ohio Lesset.
Suspect a natural gas leak? Enbridge Gas Ohio has a simple reminder. First, move your feet. Then call when you're down the street. A gas leak may smell like rotten eggs, or you might see blowing dirt or bubbling water. A leaking pipeline may also make a hissing sound. Remember, whether you are an individual or contractor, state law requires you call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Just call 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging. For more info, visit enbridgegas.com.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 12 as today the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago White Sox wrap up their first 3-game series of the season between each other. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Matze with you on another really dreary day off the shores of Lake Erie. But the good news is we are getting this game started on time. As we know, it rained most of the night and much of this morning. but the rain has given way now to overcast skies. It is going to be raw down here in downtown Cleveland, but we're going to be able to start this game, and we're told we should be okay as far as being able to get this game completed, as whatever precip could be coming again is going to be coming probably well after this ball game is concluded. So that's the good news, and really, as we have had to live through it in the past, this time of the year, boy, if you can get games in April, especially here in Cleveland, you're very fortunate, because the last...
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
$5 a.m.
or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet.
Solo session.
What's in effort?
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
Please welcome 2025 National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki. Wow. Great pitch, Ichiro. And congratulations on your well-deserved induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. We cannot wait to celebrate you all season long.
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there, head of the wall. It is gone. Preston Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips, and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
In the American League Central, Detroit in first at 7-5, Kansas City a game back, Cleveland a game and a half out of first, and the White Sox 4.5 back. Dan Iasonia, the crew chief and home plate umpire today. C.B. Buckner at first, Scott Berry at second, and Adam Beck is the third base umpire. There is no wind whatsoever, just gray skies here in downtown Cleveland, and it is going to be raw. Temperatures will be in the 40s much of today. The dimensions, 325 down the lines, 370 to left center, 375 to right center, 400 to dead center. The 19-foot wall from the left field corner to center, then from center to the right field corner, a 9-foot wall. You're not dealing with the wind blowing in like we were last night, but again, you will earn any home run you hit today in this cold, damp weather. Kansas City will be coming to town to conclude this first homestand, and the White Sox will be heading home, and they'll be entertaining Boston this weekend on the south side. On the hill today for Cleveland, the right-hander Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams, now 25 years of age, 6'6", 250, fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup for the big right-hander, a first-round pick out of East Carolina University. He and Tanner Bybee coming in the same draft of 2021. Nick Maton, the DH, will lead it off for the White Sox. They've got 3 left-handed bats in the lineup, including Maton. Cleveland, the home whites today, the navy blue and red trim. White Sox with the black jerseys, the white trim, and the gray pants. Gavin Williams is ready, gets the sign from Bo Naylor. The wind and today's first pitch, and it's swung on, foul back, strike one. And we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. 44 degrees, our game time temp. Now the 0-1 pitch. Maton looks, and it's in there. A backdoor breaking ball. The good slider makes it 0-2. Cleveland in the outfield had been playing Maton as a pull hitter. Now the center fielder, Nolan Jones, moves over to just the left of straightaway center field. Maton batting $167. The wind and the 0-2 pitch, and it bounces to the backstop, 1-2. The White Sox lineup today has 5 players in the lineup that are hitting below 195. As a team, Chicago batting .202. Now the kick and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a little bloop job into shallow left, racing out Rocchio, and it drops between he and Kwan, the left fielder. Kind of in no man's land, and a bloop single for Nick Maton to start today's ballgame. Stephen Kwan in left, Nolan Jones in center. Lane Thomas still out with that badly bruised wrist. John Kenzie Noel in right. Kyle Manzardo at first as Carlos Santana will DH. Daniel Schneemann at second. Brian Rocchio back at short. Jose Ramirez at third, and Bo Naylor catching. Here's Andrew Vaughn, the veteran first baseman, right-handed hitter, and he takes a slider inside for ball 1. Vaughn batting .139 with a homer, 5 RBIs. Played as an opposite field hitter toward right. The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. High heat at 96. 1-1. Gavin Williams, this is his third start. No decisions. ERA 4.5. He's worked 8 innings in his first 2 outings at Kansas City and at Anaheim. Now the 1-1. Swing and a foul back. 1-2. In the 8 innings of work, Gavin Williams has given up 4 runs on 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. Gavin pitches in the long sleeves today. Toss to first, back with a dive is Maton. Pretty good move there by Gavin Williams. Now the set. Now the pitch. A swing and a little jam job back to the mound. Coming in towards the home plate area, Williams grabbed it on the grass. He looked to second but throws to first. Make sure he gets Andrew Vaughn. Boy, you talk about getting jammed. Kind of a self-defense swing there. And easy out. That'll bring up Miguel Vargas, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Vargas hitting $179. No homers, 4 RBIs. Another right-handed bat. Cuban native takes high, ball 1. Gavin Williams, as I mentioned, the first-round pick in the 2021 draft out of East Carolina University. The 1-0 pitch. And it's a touch high, ball 2. There were some health concerns that enabled Cleveland to grab Gavin Williams. He fell a bit in that first round, and Cleveland snatched him with pick number 23 in that first round of the 2021 draft. Now the 2-0, and before it's made, a throw to second, the timing play. Diving back safely was Maton as second baseman Daniel Schneemann took the throw. First player chosen in the 2021 draft was catcher Henry Davis out of Louisville going to Pittsburgh, and that has not worked out very well for the Pirates yet. The 2-0, a swing and a miss, 2-1. Jack Leiter went number 2 to Texas. Jury's still out on that. Jackson Jobe out of high school is the 3rd pick in that 2021 draft, and the Tigers may have a star in the making in Jackson Jobe. Matt McClain went 17th in the first round. Good player with the Reds when healthy. Now the set, the look back, the pitch. And that was the strike. Called a ball by Dan Iasonia. Oh, my gosh. That wasn't even borderline. Wow. The White Sox picked a high school shortstop right ahead of Gavin Williams. The 3-1, swinging a foul upstairs. Colson Montgomery, whom the White Sox are very high on, and we'll probably see him this summer, plays short for the White Sox. The jury is still out on Montgomery as a hitter, but he was the 22nd pick in the first round, and then Cleveland grabbed Gavin Williams. Now the payoff pitch. Vargas fouling it back and over the screen. So the count stays 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tell you, the pick of that first round was Jackson Merrill. San Diego got the young phenom with the 27th pick of the first round. High school kid, and when we were in San Diego, they just signed him to a 9-year contract. Now the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Front door slider locked him up. So Vargas out looking. First strikeout, it's out number 2. And that'll bring up the catcher, Matt Theis. Well, when you think of that 2021 draft, and obviously we know the draft is an inexact science, even though you put a lot of time, effort, and analysis into it. Nobody knows how it will work out. The pitch, Theis waves at it, whether it's football, basketball, or baseball. A lot of guys that are first-round picks never make it. Other people do. How does Tanner Bybee last until the 5th round of that 2021 draft? No score, runner at second, 2 down, first inning. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Boy, he's just throwing the fastball right by Matt Theis, who's batting .211. 2 RBIs for the left-handed hitter, who was a national champion at Virginia with our old friend Ernie Clement, now with the Toronto Blue Jays. They were teammates on that Virginia national championship team of 2015. Williams looks back at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Theis. Way inside, yanked the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dollar Bank, the proud banking partner of the Guardians. 28 locations across Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, all the way to the backstop. The wild pitch advances Maton to third as he spiked that curveball. So now runner at third. 2 down in the first, no score. Runs are so precious in this series that every one is critical. Cleveland with a 1-0 and 3-2 wins so far. Big lead down the line for Maton. Williams from the set and the 2-2. Oh, my goodness. Must have been a bit high. 96 miles an hour on the fastball. Full count on Theis. Now the payoff. Fouled it back. We'll do it again at 3-2. Manager Stephen Vogt was saying it was pretty evident last night that pitchers were having trouble with the elements. It's a mental battle when you play in these kind of conditions. Again, the payoff. Swing and a pop foul into the third base seating area. Still a 3-2 count. Runner at third, 2 down, no score, top of the first.
Ben Lively was saying on his home opening start here, he really didn't get that good feel till about midway through the second inning. He was really battling the cold and just a lack of feel in the first inning, and that's hard to come by.
Now the payoff pitch. Bounced it into the dirt to the backstop. Ball 4. Another wild pitch. 1-0 White Sox as Maton can walk home. So 2 wild pitches have cost Gavin Williams a run. And the White Sox probably feel it's only appropriate that they score a run on a wild pitch. Here's Austin Slater, the right-handed hitting right fielder. .250 batting mark. Slater takes, it's in there, a strike. The fastball's been fine for Gavin Williams. He's just had trouble with the breaking ball. Now they step off, throw to second. Breaking on the move was Tyson. He's easily picked off. Boy, oh boy. We're 2 weeks into the season, and we're seeing base running that would make a high school coach up.
5 a.m.
or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet.
Solo session.
What team effort?
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today, we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever, his legacy in our hearts. Now, please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
1-1. That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Page's back, he can't make the catch. It'll one-hop the wall. Dansby scores, Amaya to second. Cubs lead 1-0 here in the second. It's just keep on coming for Miguel Amaya. Big knock.
Well, tries to beat him with a fastball upstairs. It's a real nice, powerful swing. Head rate on it, gets good extension.
To help heal theirs. And you forge new paths to help fight cancers. Because when defying the odds is what you do, the right care can change everything. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
When was the last time you got exactly what you wanted, like down to the dipping sauce? At Sheetz, we're committed to making your masterpiece of a meal come true. Just tell us how you like it. Our made-to-order menu is completely customizable with endless options. Why the Sheetz not?
Hi, it's Bill Wills. Win a pair of Guardians tickets at 8:45 in the morning. The answer, slump. WTAM 1100.
Nothing Sox. Jonathan Cannon, the pitcher, and the pitch to Quan, and he bangs one into the gap in right center, a base hit. Cutting it off, the right fielder Slater, and Stephen Kwan with his first hit in the series came in batting an even 300. Jonathan Cannon, another big man, 6'6", 2 1/4. Cannon, 24 years of age, fastball, sinker, cutter, slurve, and changeup. The batter, Jose Ramirez, batting left-handed. The pitch to him, and it's a fastball at the top of the zone, a strike. Jose batting .281, 4 homers, 6 RBIs. Outfield, a touch toward right, medium deep. Cannon, the pitch, high with another cut fastball, and the count 1-1. Brooks Baldwin in left, Michael Taylor in center, Austin Slater in right. Andrew Vaughn at first, Lenine Sosa at second, Jacob Amaya at short, Miguel Vargas at third, the catcher Matt Theis. Ramirez pops one up, shallow left. The shortstop Amaya will make the catch. And so Ramirez out number one, Quan at first, 1-0 White Sox. And the batter Carlos Santana with a home run last night. Normally a slow starter, not this year. Carlos Santana batting .286 with a couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. Third time now that he has worn the Cleveland uniform. Tossed to first and Kwan back with a dive. Jonathan Cannon. This is his third start. He's 0-1 but a 3.12 ERA. He has made his 2 starts. As the pitch is in there, a called strike. He faced the Angels and the Tigers. Hey, don't forget about the Conrad Score for win for brand new Bridgestone tires. Today's contestant, Jeffrey Murphy of Talmadge. Now the 0-1. Swung on, popped foul, third base side. This is sneaking off the net for a foul ball. Still 0-2. So if Cleveland has a 4-run inning, they've scored 4 runs total in 2 games. But if they could get 4 in an inning, Jeffrey Murphy of Talmadge would get 4 Bridgestone tires, thanks to Conrad's. You can enter econrads.com. Now the 0-2. Again, popped foul. Again, third base side. Again, this one sneaks over the netting. A lot of smart people in Northeast Ohio, they are not risking their health sitting in this weather today. 44 degrees, it's damp, it's raw. It's April in Cleveland, or April in the Midwest for that matter. Now the 0-2. Inside, he missed with the fastball. Cannon is out of the University of Georgia. The former Bulldog, a third-round pick in 2022. Last year was his maiden voyage in the big leagues. Made 21 starts, went 5-10 with a 4.5 ERA. He delivers, and it's outside. Changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. 1-0. White Sox with the lead. Santana awaits the 2-2. Here it comes, and he waves at it. Strikeout number 1 for Cannon. Cleveland, in the first 2 ball games, not only did they win, but in each game, they had 3 hits. First time since 1901 that Cleveland has won back-to-back games with 3 hits or fewer in each game. Here's Kyle Manzardo at first. Drives one high, deep to right, away, back, and gone. And it's 2-1 Cleveland. Kyle Manzardo with a booming blast to right. His 4th, giving him 11 runs batted in. And the Guardians with a 2-1 lead, and Kyle Manzardo has had a tremendous start to his season with 4 home runs, tied for the team lead, and a team-high 11 RBIs. Here's Nolan Jones in center field. Lane Thomas still sore and swollen with the wrist as Jones swings through it. Jones 0 for his last 12, batting .115. He takes high. How rare was Cleveland's back-to-back wins with 3 hits or less? Well, we told you, first time since 1901 for the ball club. The last time anybody in the major leagues had back-to-back wins with 3 hits or fewer, Colorado Rockies 30 years ago. Jones a swing and a miss. Boy, they're just throwing fastballs by him, and that's only 89 miles an hour. 1-2 the count on Nolan Jones. Square stance, deep in the box, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Just stayed with the cutter. Second strikeout for Cannon, and that ends the inning. But Kyle Manzardo's blast has given Cleveland a 2-1 lead after one on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Perry's Ice Cream and Baseball. Now that
5 a.m.
or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet.
Solo session.
Or team effort.
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. You know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
On WTAM 1100.
Cleveland with a 2-1 lead and a first pitch strike from Gavin Williams to Austin Slater. Slater was batting last inning when Matt Theis thought he was Lou Brock and got thrown out at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's dipping low on a slider. 1-1 the count. Slater, a right-handed hitter. He's played with the Giants, Reds, Baltimore, now the Sox. 9th Major League campaign. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, drilled to center. That's a base hit. The beauty of radio. And now, the beauty of the Major League Baseball app. Our good friends, Dan and Candace Tracy, are listening to us on the MLB app. And you might say, well, whoop-de-doo. Well, they're listening to us in Switzerland. Dan was out of hot chocolate, and so they hopped a plane. Here's Lenine Sosa taking a strike, and nobody has better hot chocolate than Switzerland. They're going to visit Matterhorn tomorrow. Wow.
Don't slip.
They went from Iceland to Switzerland. How about that trip? 2-1 Cleveland. Sosa takes down and in. And he said it's warmer in Switzerland right now than it is in Cleveland. Thanks, Dan.
That's not. We don't have Alps here. That's not fair.
Yodeling. Here's the 1-1. And a quick throw over and back with a dive is Slater. Well, Dan, if you've got time and you're visiting Matterhorn tomorrow, look for Heidi. See if she's still up there with the goats. 2-1, Cleveland in the second. The pitch inside. Great people. Dan Tracy and his lovely bride, Candace. Tremendous folks. And, man, can't wait to see the pictures of Iceland and Switzerland. Now the 2-1 swung on, fouled upstairs. Of course, if Dan really wanted to save money, could have come to the home opener here and he wouldn't have had to go to Iceland to see how cold it is.
That's a good point. Cost savings, I mean.
You got to think.
Might have missed out on some things, but that's okay.
Now the 2-2 delivery to Sosa. Swung on, double play ball. Off the glove of Williams to short. Rocchio picks, throws wide, everybody's safe. Oh, a tailor-made double play ball. And Williams, in his haste to start the double play, started to turn, and the ball glanced off his glove before he had it. Ricochets to short. That'll be an infield hit. And again, when you're not scoring runs, those little things can really cost you. 2-1 Cleveland. Now the Sox have 2 men aboard with nobody out for Brooks Baldwin. Switch hitting left fielder, batting left-handed. He takes up high. Cleveland pinches in at the corners looking for the bunt. Baldwin did not show bunt. Ball 1. Again, in on the corners are the Guardians at first and third. The pitch. Baldwin waves at it, 1-1. Let's see if the bunt's on now. We're seeing rookie manager Will Venable for the first time, so you get a feel for how he approaches the game. 1-1 the count. Cleveland stays in on the corners. The turn, but no throw to second by Gavin Williams. The White Sox are offensively challenged as well, averaging only 3 runs a game. The White Sox are in every game. They just haven't found a way to win the close ones. Now the 1-1. A swing and a foul back. No bunt. Chicago has lost 5 one-run games. 2 of them right here in Cleveland. And right now they trail the Guardians 2-1. But they've got 2 men on with nobody out in the second. And a 1-2 count on Baldwin as Manzardo and Ramirez back up at the corners. The next offering, swing and a miss, struck him out with a good curveball. Big strikeout for Williams because it keeps those runners at first and second. 1 down. Here's Michael Taylor, the center fielder, batting 176. And there may be some White Sox fans that are saying, well, why didn't he bunt there? Well, your 8 and 9 hitters are batting 176 and 115. Hard to give up an out. The pitch, and it's inside, ball 1. A lot of times, especially early in a game, a manager is going, hey, I give up an out here, and I'm at the bottom of the order. It might look like the smart thing to do, but is it? Because can I count on those guys to get the runs in? The 1-0, swing and a miss. That's what goes into bunting. Not can the guy bunt or should he bunt here, but are you giving up an out and you advance the runners, but what good does it do you because of who's coming up next?
I think the other part of the equation, too, Tommy touched on it, the youth of this team. Baldwin is a young player. And we'll get to it after this pitch, maybe.
Now the 1-1 from Gavin Williams, and Michael Taylor checks and takes a called strike on the slider. 1-2 the count.
He gave him an opportunity to come through not in a bunt situation at this point in the game and see what he can do. And we've seen that a couple of times in this series on the pitching side, giving a little longer leash to some starters. And I think you'll see that a lot over the course of the season.
12th year in the big leagues for Michael Taylor. Takes a little extra time, climbs back in, awaits the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Down low, didn't chase the slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael Taylor has played with Washington, Kansas City, Minnesota, last year with Pittsburgh. He can really go get him. 1-time Gold Glover. The 2-2. Swung on line to left field, but there's Stephen Kwan to make the shoulder high catch. 2 down. That'll bring up Jacob Amaya. Runners still at first and second. 2 outs. 2-1 Cleveland. Amaya, the number 9 hitter, batting $115. Guardian 6-packs are on sale now. Get your tickets to 6 games at just $99. You can get them at cleguardians.com/6packs. Williams checks second. Comes to the plate. Up and in with a fastball at 97 miles per hour. Now the turn, but no throw. Awfully light schedule today in the major leagues. There's a grand total of 6 games today and tonight in the big leagues, instead of the usual 15. The pitch, bullseye. Angels lead Tampa Bay 2-0. They're in the second inning. Otherwise, nothing else underway. Cleveland up 2-1, 2 out, 2 on. White Sox batting in the second. Gavin Williams lets it fly. Amaya checks, takes a heater strike. 1-2. Jacob Amaya looks like he should be with Dan and Candace Tracy in Switzerland, the way he's got the hoodie on underneath, the face mask. The pitch to him, and he hits a weak fly ball to center. Jones will make the catch, and a good job by Williams. 2 on, nobody out, and no damage done. And the Guardians keep a 2-1 lead in the middle of inning number 2.
Hey, Guardian. 5 a.m.
Or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet.
Solo session.
What team effort?
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
The beauty of this jersey is the field texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Two to 1 Cleveland, bottom of the second inning. Right-hander Jonathan Cannon, great writer by the name of Jimmy Cannon, misses outside to John Kenzie Noel, batting 143, couple of RBIs. He awaits the 1-0. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cannon works first base side of the rubber, delivering, and a fastball is over but low. 2-1. Outfield spread out fairly deep. The next offering swung on, chopped hard to short, but a waist-high hop handled by Amaya, and he throws out Noel. Here's Bo Naylor batting 154 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Everstream is Cleveland's business-only fiber network. Reliable connectivity that your business deserves. Fiber, internet, Ethernet, and more. Everstream, faster fiber, better business. 2-1 Cleveland on Kyle Manzardo's 2-run blast to right. Cannon's pitch, and he stumbled as he caught a spike and stopped in mid-delivery, stumbling off the rubber. That would be a balk if there were men on base. Well, they're calling it a pitch clock violation. It's been that kind of a series for the White Sox. The 1-0. Swung on a blast. Hit high, deep to right center. Taylor on the track near the wall, and Michael Taylor makes the catch in deep right center. Bo Naylor gave it a ride, but he's out number 2. And here's Daniel Schneemann at second base. Schneemann, 1 for 15 in the young campaign. Out of BYU, 33rd round pick, and Daniel Schneemann has made it to the big leagues. The pitch to him, he showed bunt, pitch almost hit him. Third baseman Vargas was playing deep and well off the line, and now he comes in to the cut of the grass to take away that 2-out bunt. The windup and pitch. Swung on, a weak pop into shallow center. Amaya out, Robert in, and Amaya, the shortstop, jumps in front of the center fielder and makes the catch. Robert is standing, I beg your pardon, Taylor is standing there in center.
5 a.m.
Or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet.
Solo session.
What's in effort?
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field. Going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there. Head of the wall. It is gone! Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips, and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame, a Northeast Ohio treasure since 1976, will have a permanent home in 2025 to honor the more than 500 inductees across 32 sports. Learn more at clevelandsportshall.com.
This is Bill Wills, back with you in the morning. News, sports, traffic, and weather together on the 10s. News Radio, WTAM, 1100.
Curveball missing down low to leadoff hitter Nick Maton, leading off the White Sox third, 2-1 Cleveland. White Sox got a run on a wild pitch. Kyle Mansardo with 2-run homer to right. Maton lays off. It's high, 2-0. Maton got a bloop single to start the game and eventually scored as he got wild pitch to third, and another wild pitch brought him home. Gavin Williams has made 45 pitches in the first 2 innings. He kicks and fires, and it's fouled off the end of the bat down the third base side, and the count 2-1. Well, the White Sox set a major league record for the worst season ever a year ago. They were 41 and 121. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Good slider. 2-2. And as numbing as that record indicates, they had 3 losing streaks last year that are also hard to really fathom. Here's the 2-2. Backdoored him and missed, full count. They had a 12-game losing streak in August and September. They had a 14-game losing streak in May and June. Now the payoff pitch. Got him swinging at a curveball. Third strikeout for Gavin Williams. Maton retired to start the third. So a 12-game losing streak a 14-game losing streak. And then the White Sox tied an American League record, losing 21 in a row in July and August. 3 losing streaks of at least 12 games or more. Here's Andrew Vaughn. Over his head, the curveball didn't curve. And thus they have a new manager. Grady Sizemore was the interim. Grady did not get the job. They hired Will Venable, but Grady still on the staff as the offensive coordinator. The 1-0 inside a ball, 2-0. And the White Sox love what Grady Sizemore brings to the club. The players loved playing for Grady. And great to have Grady Sizemore back in uniform. Now the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. And another ex-Indian. The assistant general manager, Josh Barfield, former Cleveland second baseman. The right-hand man of the general manager, Chris Getz. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 2-2. And they work for an owner in Jerry Reinsdorf, who is one of the most loyal men that you will ever meet. Jerry Reinsdorf treats his employees so well, is so loyal, and a good man to work for. The 2-2 outside, full count. These two organizations, anybody that works for the Dolan family or for Jerry Reinsdorf will tell you the same thing. You cannot work for better people. 2-1. Cleveland's up. White Sox batting in the third. Now the payoff pitch. Got him swinging on a ball that pops out in front of the plate. Bo Naylor picks it up, throws to first. And another strikeout on a breaking ball. Andrew Vaughn is victim number 4. 2 down in this third. 2-1 Cleveland. Here's Miguel Vargas. Struck out looking his first time up. Marathon knows that you fans are the true co-pilot of any team. Marathon here to keep you warm and keep your team fueled all summer long. Marathon driven together. Gavin Williams, the wind and the pitch. And a whisker outside, ball 1. Gavin Williams never looks like he's throwing as hard as he is. Ball just comes out of his hands so easy. The 1-0. Swung on, hit pretty well to left center, but playable for Nolan Jones. The center fielder makes the catch, and that was an inning much needed. Gavin Williams only had to use 14 pitches, and it's his first 1, 2, 3.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
$5 a.m.
or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet. Solo session.
What's in effort?
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
Please welcome 2025 National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki. Wow. Great pitch, Ichiro. And congratulations on your well-deserved induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. We cannot wait to celebrate you all season long.
Mackenzie Gore to the mound. Fastball down and in for the strikeout. Down and away. So that's 3 straight and number 5. Oh, that's on the inside edge. 10 strikeouts now.
13. Volkswagen and Toyota. With locations in Vermilion, Norwalk, Sandusky, and Worcester, they make car shopping easy and convenient. Whether you need a truck, sedan, or SUV, they have the perfect vehicle for you. Competitive pricing, unbeatable customer service, and a huge selection. That's the Firelands Auto Group promise. Visit them today or check out their inventory online at firelandsautogroup.com.
Hear the Cavs and Pacers tonight from Indiana. Tip-off at 7 on WTAM 1100.
First ball swinging. Brian Rocchio ropes one down the right field line. It'll roll to the wall. And Rocchio with a leadoff double. His second of the year. He had been 0 for his last 10. And Brian Rocchio jumped on Jonathan Cannon's first offering and doubled down the right field line. 2-1 Cleveland. Now you turn it back over. Top of the order, and Stephen Kwan singled and scored in the first. Kyle Manzardo's 2-run homer to right field in the first. The difference in this game as Stephen Kwan digs in the pitch. Kwan with a drive, deep right field. This has got a chance. Gone! So Stephen Kwan with a single and now a 2-run home run to right. And the Guardians have a 4-1 lead. And an unlikely power source, Stephen Kwan, who had 14 home runs a year ago, has hit number 2. And is the case with Stephen Kwan, he normally does his damage early in the count and with a pull side homer. Here's Jose Ramirez, batting left-handed. He takes down low. Well, maybe we'll even give away a Hyundai automobile to Kendra Proctor of Cleveland. Jose Ramirez popped up his first time, takes high, ball 2. Guardians hit a grand slam here in the third. Kendra Proctor of Cleveland wins a Hyundai, courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter. Ramirez sends one in the air, shallow right center. Taylor coming in, the center fielder, retires Ramirez, and that is out number 1. Here's Carlos Santana, struck out his first time up. So a couple of 2-run homers today, fueling Cleveland into this 4-1 lead. Both to right field by Stephen Kwan and Kyle Manzardo. The line by Cannon, the pitch. And he missed way outside with the off speed for ball 1. Jonathan Cannon. The wind and delivery and a foul ball as Santana got jammed a little bit on that offering. Cutter in on his thumbs. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Inside a ball, 2-1. Cleveland trying to climb back to the 500 mark after starting off the season 3-6. Now the pitch. Over but low, 3-1 the count. Meanwhile, the White Sox, they're in danger now of losing their 8th in a row unless they erupt here. The 3-1. Ball 4, he missed up high. And that's the first walk given up by Cannon. And catcher Matt Theis is going to walk the baseball back to the mound as Cannon looks a little rattled.
And Tom, you touched on the changes with Will Venable taking over as the manager, but there's enough players who remain who went through those long losing streaks a year ago, and you have to wonder if they start building one up here, if there's that kind of, oh, here we go again type of feeling. I know there's a new feeling because of a new manager, but now they're living it again.
Well, the reality is they don't have as much firepower as they had a year ago. They traded away, and rightfully so. Either traded away or let guys walk away. They needed to establish a new culture here.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with guys that are going to play the game harder, catch the ball better than what they've done in the past. But, boy, that takes time. Here's Kyle Manzardo. The set and delivery, and he sends one straight up in the air again. Medium deep left center. And the center fielder, Taylor, standing right next to the left fielder, Baldwin, grabs it. Out number 2. Rebuilding is painful, and this is going to be a long process for the White Sox. They know that, but that doesn't make it easy. But they do have one of the top farm systems now in the game, but those kids aren't ready. And you're not bringing up your top prospects in April. 4-1 Cleveland. Runner on, 2 down. Nolan Jones the batter. Let's pause right now for a station ID.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Cannon's pitch to Jones, in there, a strike. Tom Hamilton with you on this gray day in Cleveland, along with Jim Rosenhaus and Brian Matze. 2-run homers by Kyle Manzardo and Stephen Kwan have given Cleveland a 4-1 lead in the third. Runner at first, 2 down. The pitch. Jones takes, it's up, 1-1 the count. Cannon went after him the first time and just threw him fastballs and struck him out. Jones now hitless in his last 13 at-bats. The 1-1, high and wide, 2-1. For a guy that strikes out a lot, Nolan Jones has a very good eye at the plate. He's disciplined, but obviously working to make more contact. Now the 2-1. Swung on, skied in the air to left. Twisting foul down the line, but playable. And it dropped in front of Baldwin, the left fielder. Well, those are the plays that have to be made, whether you're rebuilding or not. That ball was in the air forever, and Brooks Baldwin, the left fielder, was there in foul ground, and I don't know if he thought Vargas, the third baseman, was going to catch it. No way in the world would Vargas catch it. And Nolan Jones gets a reprieve, and it's a 2-2 count with a runner at first and 2 down. And normally when you're going bad, the next pitch you make lands in the bleachers. Here it comes. Inside, he almost hit him. So full count on Nolan Jones, and Carlos Santana will be off at first. The payoff. Fouled straight back by Nolan Jones on a sinker. We'll do it again at 3-2. Kansas City in town tomorrow night. Tanner Bybee against Chris Bubich. On Saturday, Junior, I want to keep calling him Junior Ortiz. We had a catcher here way back when. Luis Ortiz against Michael Lorenzen. Sunday, Ben Lively against Cole Ragans. We'll be done with half our schedule against the Royals come Sunday for the year. The payoff, and it's a touch high, but called a strike. So Nolan Jones out looking, but another blast, this time from Stephen Kwan. Cleveland 4, Chicago 1. 3 in the books in the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Peter and Company Jewelers in Avon.
5 a.m.
Or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet. Solo session.
Or team effort.
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lace up at nobleproject.com.
Hit well. Right field. Kyle Tucker. First homer as a Cub. And they have the lead. It is 3-1. No doubter to right for number 30.
You know, it's just a matter of time. And we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance. And he really scuffled throughout spring training. But the lights are on. It's time to go, and he's going.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Guardians up 4-1 as we reach the fourth inning here in downtown Cleveland. And Matt Thaiss, first pitch swinging, fouls it back for the White Sox for strike one. He's facing Gavin Williams. Thus far, Thaiss walked his first time up and was later caught stealing to end the first inning. Was basically caught between first and second, took off too early, and Williams simply threw to second. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball down low. 1-1 the count on Thaiss. 1 run, 3 hits for Chicago. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Guardians. Williams with the high leg kick and the 1-1. Swung on, fouled back into the net. That fastball still solid at 94 miles an hour, and some pretty good life on it today. Williams with 4 strikeouts so far over 3 innings of work. Pitch count getting up there a little bit for Williams at 62. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down low. Did he check it? Yes, he did. 2-2 the count on Thaiss. The Guardians would love to see Williams get this thing to the 6th inning if they could. Heavy bullpen usage the past 2 games. Now the 2-2 delivery. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Thaiss caught looking. He doesn't like it. Has some words for Dan Iasonia, the home plate umpire, before heading back to the dugout, but he's retired. 1 down in the inning. Time for the Cleveland Clinic message of the day, and the good folks at the clinic want to remind you that April is Heart and Neck Cancer Awareness Month. Austin Slather, the batter, singled his first time, and he swings and misses for strike 1. The folks at the clinic want to remind you that it's important to stay informed and maintain your regular checkups. Learn more at clevelandclinic.org/head and neck cancer. The 0-1. Down low, 1-1 the count on Slater. 4-1, Guardians in front. Top half of the 4th inning on a gloomy day downtown. Cloudy skies, rain in the morning, maybe some more later. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball just inside. Or was it? No, called strike 2. So it's 1-2 on Slater, who steps out. His 1 allotted timeout during the at-bat. Veteran outfielder, longtime San Francisco Giant. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball down low. 2-2 the count. Slater with some career pinch hitting numbers that are pretty impressive, and a lot of that coming with San Francisco. Also saw some time last year with Cincinnati and Baltimore. Now with the White Sox. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball to short. Right there. Brian Rocchio fires to first in time for the out. 2 up, 2 down for the White Sox here in the 4th inning. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. That's where you can check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com. Lenyn Sosa steps in with 2 outs, bases empty. 4-1 Cleveland. Williams delivers, and his breaking ball misses low and outside for ball 1. Sosa reached on an infield single his first time up. Ball was knocked down by Williams, and when it deflected, no chance to get him. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Good hard breaking pitch that time from Williams, who has the good curve to complement that fastball, but every once in a while a tighter slider-type breaking pitch. The big righty from North Carolina into the wind, the 1-1. Down low, 2-1 the count. Grew up in the Fayetteville area and then has since moved to Raleigh for his off seasons. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, and there's a high pop fly down the line, right side, out of play. So it's 2-2 on Lenin Sosa with 2 down, and the base is empty. Guardians looking for this series sweep of the White Sox, and if they can do it, dating back to last year, that would be back-to-back series sweeps against Chicago, and they haven't done that since the 2013 season. Here comes Williams, winding it up, and his 2-2 is on the way. Swung on, popped him up. Shallow right, back goes Manzardo. The first baseman makes the catch in foul territory, about 20 feet into the outfield grass. Another strong inning for Williams. Sets him down in order. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Guardians 4, White Sox 1.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
News and politics and who knows.
Noon to 3 tomorrow. WTAM 1100.
John Kenzie Noel leads things off for the Guardians. Bottom of the 4th underway, and he takes a breaking ball down low from right-hander Jonathan Cannon. Guardians up 4-1. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. Great to have you with us for some midweek Guardians baseball today on a Thursday afternoon from downtown Cleveland. Noel takes a fastball strike, and quickly the count's 1-1 on John Kenzie Noel. Right back is Cannon, and it's swung on and ripped foul just past Douglas Odor, who had to duck out of the way last night, dive out of the way from a screamer, and he did, and that time almost got nailed again, but got out of the way again. And that's an occupational hazard when the big power-hitting right-handed batter John Kenzie Noel is at the plate. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, line, base hit into left field. Noel's aboard with a leadoff single here in the 4th inning. Guardians with their 5th hit on the day, and that'll bring up Bo Naylor. I want to send out some birthday wishes. We missed this one on opening day, but Don Geis turned 60 back on Tuesday. Longtime fan. He grew up in Shelby, Ohio, listening in now in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a veteran of the U.S. Army. 15 years he served in Korea, Germany, Texas, and Arizona. Happy birthday, Don. Belated, but happy birthday just the same. Naylor swings and misses for strike 1. So he's listening in Tulsa, and our good friend Tom Bell is tuned in Lawton, Oklahoma, and Tom's been kind enough to tell us it's 78 degrees today out there. Next pitch down low for a ball. 1-1. 44 here. Not another chilly one, but it doesn't seem quite as bitter cold as it has been the past 2 days here, and the wind a big factor. There's not much today. The 1-1. In tight. Count moves to 2-1. Get you the injury report this half inning. It's presented by Elk & Elk, an official partner of the Guardians. For a team of injury lawyers dedicated to every client every day, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's the 2-1 to Bo Naylor. He swings and rips it foul just past Sandy Alomar at first base. And the count now 2-2 on Naylor. 4-1. Guardians lead this game here in the fourth. And on an injury front, David Fry continuing his comeback from Tommy John surgery and starting to face some live overhand pitching this week. Great news there. The 2-2 swung on and fouled back. Shane Bieber coming back from Tommy John surgery within the next week or so. It looks like Biebs is going to face some hitters. Trevor Stephan on that same path, same surgery for him. Sam Hentges, John Means, they're all out in Goodyear, making their way back on recoveries from surgeries and hoping to contribute at some point this season. So a rather lengthy list. Lane Thomas out of the lineup again. He's not on the injured list, but that right arm below the wrist there still sore. Here's the 2-2. Up high, missed with the hard stuff. 3-2 the count on Naylor. And on the other side for the White Sox, 3 players in this series have been placed on the injured list. Andrew Benintendi, Michael Tauchman, and Corey Lee. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Naylor with a good plate appearance there. He battled and drew the walk. That'll push Noel to second. First and second now, nobody out. Guardians really trying to open this thing up. And on a day where they'd love to stay away from some of their normal back-end relievers that they would use in a tight game, if they can open it up a little bit, give some others a chance, they'd love to be able to do that. Here's Daniel Schneemann. He shows bunt, and he bunts it foul outside of third base. Schneemann popped to short his first time up. Daniel Schneemann, who his wife Allie is an assistant softball coach at BYU, where they met. Well, Daniel was playing baseball there. Allie, a star on the softball team, and now she's still with the program as an assistant coach. Here comes the 0-1. Bunted up the third base side. Foul again. So he could not get the bunt down, and now it's 0-2 as the Guardians are trying to move those runners along to second and third and set the table for Brian Rocchio, the number 9 hitter, but he doubled his first time up. And then you turn it over to the top of the lineup for Stephen Kwan. But instead it's 0-2 on Schneemann. Noel, the base runner, at second. Naylor at first. Cannon from the stretch delivers. In tight with the fastball at 95. And it's 1-2 on Schneemann. Outfield playing it straight away. Schneemann trying to get it going at the plate. Here's the pitch to him. Low and in. Good backhand stop by Theis. Well, we saw that a couple of times in the series opener on Tuesday. Theis got the start that day and several times made outstanding stops on that backhand side on pitches in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Here's Cannon's pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the right side. And bobbled by the second baseman Sosa. Throws to first, not in time. And a huge error by the second baseman Lenyn Sosa. And that loads them up with nobody out. And again, no team is perfect, but the White Sox trying to instill better defense. And that time, at least one out was routine. And they did not get that on the error by Sosa. Out to the mound, Ethan Katz, the pitching coach, with Cannon in a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. Guardians leading 4-1 and really looking to put some distance between themselves and the Sox right here. Enbridge Gas Ohio would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or a contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Just dial 811. So here's Rocchio, who doubled his first time up. Later scored. That was last inning. Infield in for the Sox. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup. And that's a pitch that Cannon relies on. He'll throw it a lot. In fact, in his last start, he threw it more than any other pitch. And that was a beauty right there. He's right back with the 0-1. Swung on line, caught by Sosa. Throws to second, not in time. Back safely is Naylor, who just didn't have much time to get off the bag too far because it was hit so hard. And boy, Rocchio with a screamer. But he's retired, and there's one down in the inning. Back to the top of the order, Stephen Kwan launched a first pitch fastball into the seats in right. His last time up, his second home run on the season. 2 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and pops it up foul out of play, third base side. Well, the Guardians have struggled mightily with men in scoring position as they came into play today. 14th in the American League, hitting just 138 as a team. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, and it's 1-1. And you figure there'll be some correction there, and as that happens, they'll score a bunch of runs, but Kwan trying to take a step in that direction right here. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, slap past the third baseman. Base hit in the left. That'll score Noel, and no one else as the throw comes in quickly. But Kwan comes through with an RBI single, and it is 5-1. Guardians in front on Kwan's third hit of the day. And that is the beauty of Stephen Kwan, a home run, a pull-side home run. His last time up, this time just slaps a single to left. Now the Guardians up 5-1. Still only one out, and here's Hosey. Ramirez digs in from that left side. The pitch from Cannon. On the inside corner, strike one. So now it's Naylor down at third. Schneemann at second. Kwan at first. The pitch to Ramirez. He swings, bounces it toward first. Just foul. Just foul as it got to the bag. And quickly it's 0-2 on Jose Ramirez. You know, the Guardians with a couple of home runs today, and now the trainer comes out. I think maybe on the backswing there, Ramirez, his bat hit Theis on the glove, and Will Venable, the manager, comes out with a trainer to have a look. And they go back. Theis is okay, or at least will stay in the game, and probably doesn't feel great right now. And we're back to play. 0-2 the count on Ramirez, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Sox still with that infield in here with one away. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1-2 the count. So they don't set it up at double play depth with Ramirez at the plate. Cannon from the stretch. Here's his pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul, third base side, back out of play. So Ramirez stays alive with that 1-2 count. Guardians already up 5-1. We're in the fourth inning. A run in. And the base is loaded with one out. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped him up behind home plate. Theis comes back, gives it a look, but that's out of play. Now Ramirez spoiling several two-strike pitches. And he keeps this at-bat going. Guardians with 5 runs on 6 base hits now. 1-2 the count. Here it comes. Outside and high. 2-2 the count now on Ramirez. Jose Ramirez with 6 grand slams in his tremendous career. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The bat goes flying. And Ramirez is a strikeout victim. 2 down in the inning, and Cannon's trying to work out of this with minimal damage. He'll face Carlos Santana, who has struck out and walked in 2 trips. Santana, switch hitter left side against the right-hander. And a time called just as Santana was getting in the box. Hit his second home run on the season in last night's game, part of that 3-2 Guardians win. Here's the pitch to him. Just missed outside. Started him off with a changeup that time. That's how he struck him out back in the first inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's outside. 2-0 the count. Outfield playing it pretty much straight away for Carlos Santana. Infield dropping back now with 2 gone. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike. And the count's now 2-1 on Santana. We're in the fourth, 5-1, Cleveland leading. Base is loaded, 2 down. Carlos Santana at the plate. The 2-1 delivery. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play, third base side. And it evens at 2-2 on Santana. That light breeze now kicking up a little bit, but not enough, you wouldn't think, to make any type of impact. Here comes the 2-2. Inside, and another fine play defensively by the catcher, Matt Theis. That was not in the dirt, but it was inside enough where he really had to make a move toward that left side batter's box as Santana was bailing out of there to avoid being hit. And Theis made the stop. 3-2 the count. The payoff pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman, Sosa. He's up with it, throws to first in time for the out. Guardians pick up a run, leave them loaded. We head to the fifth. 5-1 Cleveland over the White Sox.
GE Sync smart light bulbs, fun strip lights, and more are a grand slam. With an easy-to-use app or voice control.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Five to 1 Cleveland as we hit the fifth inning. Gavin Williams back to work. The big right-hander facing Brooks Baldwin, who takes a breaking ball outside for ball one. Baldwin struck out his first time up. Switch hitter left side. Williams winds it up, and here's his 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ripped to first, foul outside the bag. And it's 1-1 on Brooks Baldwin. Homestand continues tomorrow night. Royals in town, and that'll be the first time the Guardians wear their City Connect uniforms. Really popular a year ago. Here comes the 1-1 to Baldwin. Breaking ball in there. Strike two called. And if you stop by the team shop here at Progressive Field, you can pick up your City Connect gear, including jerseys, caps, and authentic collection hoodies and jackets. Good stuff. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, bounced to first, dug out by Manzardo. He'll take it to the bag in time for the out. And there's one down here in the fifth inning. Kyle Manzardo really working to become a good defensive first baseman. That's an area of his game that he's worked extremely hard on last season at AAA Columbus when he had more opportunities to play first base, and then on through the offseason and spring training. Michael Taylor, the batter. Taylor fly to left his first time up. Guardians up 5-1 here in the fifth. The pitch from Williams. Breaking ball down low. Williams at 78 pitches, and this is the most he's made in any of his three starts so far. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0, but he's built up enough where as long as he's effective, they would probably let him zero in close to 100 pitches today. Here comes his 2-0 delivery. Breaking ball. Did he check his swing? No, he went too far. C.B. Buckner, the first base umpire, ringing him up on strike one. Taylor, right-handed batter. Here comes the 2-1 from Gavin Williams. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Williams pitching here in the fifth inning with a 5-1 lead. And man, does he look comfortable setting down 10 straight White Sox hitters. And he has a 2-2 count on Michael Taylor. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. Low and outside. Went with another curve that time. And the count runs full, 3-2 on Taylor as Williams is working the bottom third of that White Sox lineup. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just downstairs, ball four. Wow. Williams turned his back on the home plate area before taking that baseball back from Bo Naylor. He thought he had him on the curve, but instead it's a walk. And for Williams, that's his second walk in the game, but the first since the first inning. Number 9 hitter Jacob Amaya steps in. Right-handed hitting shortstop. Takes a pitch outside and low for ball one. Well, the Guardians have hit a couple of home runs here today, and anytime they do hit a home run, Davey Trees Swing for the Trees program makes sure that there's another tree planted here in Northeast Ohio. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, popped him up, foul, out of play. Upper deck on the first base side, and it's 1-1. Another home run, another 2 home runs today. 2 more trees planted by Davey Tree. And some of those trees a year ago, we'll fill you in after this 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, poked foul up on the netting behind home plate. But some of those trees they planted down at Jose Ramirez Field, just outside the city limits here of downtown. That beautiful ballpark that bears Jose's name and he was such a big part of. Opened up last year. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Locked him up with the breaking ball, and Amaya is strikeout victim number 6 for Gavin Williams. 2 down. Runner still at first. Back to the top of the lineup for Nick Maton. Well, yeah, Davey Tree planting some of those trees at Jose Ramirez Field, and that is a gem of a diamond. Right near the city here. Not too far from the ballpark. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down low. 1-0 the count on Maton. Maton has singled and struck out in 2 trips. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Outside and high. Ball 2. Well, with the walk and the work this inning, this most likely it for Gavin Williams this 5th inning if he can make it through. Jacob Junis has started to throw in the pen. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Still lighting up the radar gun at 95 miles an hour is Gavin Williams. Looking for that first win of the season in his 3rd start. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Williams trying to finish strong here. He's up over 90 pitches now. Has a count of 2-2 on Maton. With the runner at first, that's Michael Taylor. Here comes Williams with the 2-2 delivery. Just a little bit low, and Maton checked his swing. A lot of hard stuff to Maton here from Williams, and why not? He's got good movement on it, and he's throwing it in the mid-90s. Payoff pitch coming. Check of the runner. Here it comes. Called strike 3. Fastball burned on the inside corner. Maton caught looking, and the side is retired. 7 strikeouts for Gavin Williams. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's the Guardians.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's time to say hello, baseball, as spring training continues on MLB Network. Get an in-depth look at every club with daily coverage all the way to opening day. Check in with the players, check out the new rosters, plus the most live spring training games anywhere. Smile, it's already spring on MLB Network. Live games continue, presented by Best Western. Go to MLBNetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
SafetyGear.com, the leader in safety footwear.
Hi, it's Bill Wills, Bloom Daddy after the game. Then the Cavs play here at 7 tonight, WTAM 1100.
Bottom of the fifth underway. Kyle Manzardo takes strike one on the outside corner. Manzardo blasted his fourth home run of the season, his first time up back in the first inning, a 2-run shot. Here's the pitch to him, and he swings and yanks it foul outside of first base past Sandy Alomar and down the line. But a foul ball. 0-2 the count. Nolan Jones to follow, and then John Kenzie Noel in the home half of the fifth inning. 5-1 Cleveland in front. Jonathan Cannon back to work, and Manzardo lifts one high in the air to center, but not deep. Creeping in on it, Michael Taylor, and he makes the catch for the first out here in the fifth inning. Up steps Nolan Jones, has been up twice and struck out twice. Well, won't be long now before summer gets here. Looking for some fun things for your kids to do this summer. Check out Guardians Youth Summer Camps. They're presented by Union Home Mortgage. A bunch of different options throughout Northeast Ohio. Here's the pitch to Jones on the outside corner for a strike. Week-long baseball and softball camps. Check them out at cleguardians.com/camps. Here's the 0-1. Outside and high, and the count's now 1-1. Nolan Jones back in the fold after a couple of seasons with the Colorado Rockies. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped him up foul and out of play. Third base side. It's funny the things you remember about a player's career, and he was still in the minor leagues. You may remember the COVID season. They had a depth camp over at Lake County. Here's the 1-2. Called strike three on the outside corner. Jones caught looking, third time today that he has struck out. But his good buddy Tristan McKenzie made his major league debut that year here, and no fans allowed in the ballpark, but Jones watched that game from a vantage point on the parking deck out beyond left field because he wanted to see his good friend make his major league debut. Here's John Kenzie Noel, and he takes a pitch down low for ball one. Noel 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Jonathan Cannon with the 1-0 delivery. Breaking ball in tight. And the count's now 2-0 on Noel. A couple of hits last night for John Kenzie, trying to get things going consistently now. The 2-0 pitch swung on. There's a chopper foul outside of third. And the count's now 2-1 on Noel. Guardians with that 5-1 lead. 2 in the first, 2 more in the third. A pair of 2-run home runs, Manzardo and Kwan. And then they added another last inning. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, popped him up on the infield first base side. Vaughn, the first baseman, makes the catch, and the side goes in order for the Guardians. 5 complete in downtown Cleveland. It's the Guardians 5, the White Sox 1.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco. a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Which comes with a dedicated technician. The program keeps you ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problems? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Here are the Cavs and Pacers tonight from Indiana. Tip-off at 7 on WTAM 1100.
Jacob Junis is on to pitch for Cleveland. Terrific start by Gavin Williams. 5-1 Guardians, 6th inning. First ball swinging. Andrew Vaughn puts one into the home plate seat. Strike one. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you on this overcast, gray day in downtown Cleveland. Vaughn swings, drives one high in the air, fairly deep center. Drifting back is Jones onto the track, makes the catch. Andrew Vaughn gave it a ride, but he is now 0 for 3. Gavin Williams just ran out of pitches. But boy, was he strong today. He went 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 7, walked 2. The only reason he gave up a run, a couple of wild pitches cost him a run in the first inning, and that's how the White Sox scored their only run. Jacob Junis, primarily sinker slider, and he gets Vargas to send one foul down the right side into the seats. Jacob Junis is making appearance number 7, yet to give up a run, so he's been a terrific addition. Cleveland's pitchers have done a whale of a job against the White Sox. They have held the White Sox to 3 runs in the 3 games. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider and a weak swing by Vargas. And the count 0-2. Cleveland has gone deep twice to right field. Kyle Manzardo and Stephen Kwan. Manzardo and Kwan each with 2-run homers to right. Kwan an RBI single to left. The next slider is waved at, down and away and out of the strike zone, but Vargas chased. 8 strikeouts for Cleveland pitching. The first for Junis. Here's Matt Theis. Cleveland is thin again in the bullpen today after heavy usage here in this series. The wind-in pitch to Theis, check swing, but he went around. Cleveland has been into the bullpen last night in the 5th inning, and then in the opener and today in the 6th inning. 5-1 Cleveland, 2 down in the White Sox 6th. The pitch swung on a weak fly ball to center, and Jacob Junis has a 7-pitch 6th inning as Nolan Jones catches the fly off the bat of Theis, and the Guardians keep rolling 5-1 over Chicago.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's not available in all states.
The Bloom Daddy Show.
Played out in and around Cleveland.
Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Jonathan Cannon back out there for the sixth inning, 5-1 Cleveland. Cannon has made 86 pitches. Catcher Bo Naylor, a fly out, a walk. And Naylor pops one into the home plate seating area, strike one. The all-new Toyota 4Runner now arriving at your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. The 4Runner from Toyota. Let's go places. Cannon kicks and delivers. Naylor bunts a beauty, third baseline. Charged by Vargas, bare hand grab and throw, but he had no chance. Great bunt by Bo Naylor. Playing back was the third baseman, so Bo Naylor said okie doke. And the Guardians with a base hit to start this sixth inning up 5-1. Here's Daniel Schneemann 0 for 2 at second base today. Cleveland 5 runs, 7 hits. Chicago 1 run, just 3 hits. White Sox get their bullpen busy again. The pitch, down and in, ball 1. Bryce Wilson, the right-hander, warming in the Chicago pen. Cannon from the set. Here it comes. Runner goes. Pitch swung on. Tapped foul. Little hit and run. 1-1 the count. Well, this is a tough time of the year to play baseball, especially if you're in the Midwest with the kind of weather we've had. And that was evident yesterday in Major League Baseball. The lack of offense. The pitch. Outside. 2-1. Snap throw to first. Down the right field line as Theis threw it away. Hitting second and staying there is Bo Naylor. Theis snapped a throw behind the hitter to the first baseman Vaughn, but he was way wide right and down the right field line. And the Guardians get a gift. Let's see now if Daniel Schneemann, what he is doing here with a 2-1 count. Nobody out, runner at second. The pitch, swing and a miss. Chased the changeup down, 2-2. Yesterday, 15 games in the major leagues. You take away the game between Milwaukee and Colorado, and nobody could hit or score runs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out on a changeup. 6 strikeouts for Cannon. That's a big strikeout because it keeps that runner at second. Now there's one down for Brian Rocchio, who's doubled down the right field line and lined out to second. Switch hitting shortstop, batting left-handed. In the other 14 major league games yesterday, the average total of runs in each game, 3.5. The pitch, swing and a miss, staying with the changeup. So the two teams combined for an average of 3.5 runs in 14 of the 15 games yesterday, and that's primarily due to Mother Nature. Time is called a balk on the pitcher, so Cleveland gets another gift from the White Sox. And now you've got that runner at third, and now the infield has to come in with Cleveland on top 5-1 in the sixth inning. A throwing error, a balk, and Naylor's perched on third with the infield in. 0-1 the count on Rocchio. Cannon's pitch, and he missed away with a changeup. Boy, his changeup's been a dandy, and he's gone to it a lot. Cannon. Hand set at the belt. He fires, and he missed inside with a cutter. Ball 2-1. Cannon has thrown his changeup 25 times today. The cutter he's used the most, 30 pitches have been cutters. The others, 4 seamers, sinkers. The pitch, in there, a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third. Infield in. 1 down in the 6th. Cleveland with a 5-1 lead. The pitch swung on, line down the left field line. Another changeup away, and Rocchio spoiled it. The Cleveland Guardians are proud to partner with Cleveland Cliffs, America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com. Cannon's ready. He fires. Rocchio takes inside, and it's a full count. Boy, Cannon's next pitch will be pitch number 100. You don't see many guys making 100 pitches in games this early in the year. The payoff. Swing and a foul into the third base seats. Came again with a changeup. He's got great arm action and deception on that changeup. Time is called. Boy, he almost balked again. He almost balked the run in. Jonathan Cannon. Well, this is the last batter he will face. The payoff delivery. Swing and a foul back. We'll do it again at 3-2. And let's pause for station ID right now.
The Glenn Beck Program.
Just to give you some real news.
Tomorrow from 10 to noon on WTAM 1100.
Cannon's ready. The 3-2 offering. Down low. He wouldn't chase the changeup. Good at bat. Brian Rocchio walks. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Matze with you. A rainy day in Cleveland, but the rain has stayed away since the game started. And now Bryce Wilson, the right-hander, will come out of the White Sox bullpen here in the 6th inning as Cleveland has runners at first and third with 1 down leading 5-1 and trying to blow this thing open.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
When the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Stephen Kwan to face the veteran right-hander Bryce Wilson. The infield is in. Guardians at the corners, 1 out in the 6th, leading 5-1. Kwan with a big day. Bunt, safety squeeze, back toward the mound, and this will get a run home and a base hit. How about that? You can't execute a safety squeeze better than that. Stephen Kwan with a sac bunt that turns into a base hit safety squeeze. Bunted it about halfway between home plate and the mound. Wilson came down towards the plate. He grabbed it. He had no play anywhere. And the Guardians lead 6-1. And that is a 4-hit game for Stephen Kwan on the bunt single on a safety squeeze. Rocchio to second, Kwan to first. Here's Jose Ramirez taking, and it's in there, a called strike. Stephen Kwan with a 4 RBI game. He's hit a 2-run homer and a safety squeeze RBI that turned into a base hit. The pitch up high, 1-1 the count. And Stephen Kwan, are we ever surprised by anything he does? 3 base hits now. And 4 base hits, 4 RBIs. The pitch hit high in the air, deep right field. Slater backpedals in front of the track to make the catch. Tagging, heading to third is Rocchio. Kwan stays put at first. So Cleveland with a 6-1 lead. And that could have been the home run there that would have removed all doubt. Carlos Santana 0 for 2 with a walk. This inning started on a bunt single by Bo Naylor. Brian Rocchio with a walk. Stephen Kwan, a bunt single on what was supposed to be a safety squeeze. Drove in a run. Now Carlos Santana takes a strike. Guardians 6 runs, 8 hits. White Sox 1 run, 3 hits. The next delivery, runner goes, pitch is taken low, fake throw to second, throw back to third, and picked off is Rocchio. Rocchio was fooled by a fake throw to second by catcher Matt Theis and was too far off the bag and was a dead pigeon when Theis threw back to third. 6-1, Cleveland has a commanding lead after 6.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Care for your move, visit andrewsmoving.com for a free quote.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Austin Slater swings and misses to start the 7th. Jacob Junis delivering a little wide, 1-1. Second inning of work for Jacob Junis. 7-pitch, 6th inning, so he works in the 7th. Cleveland up 6-1. The pitch, it was made, but time had been called. Gavin Williams in line to get his first win of the year now. You give this Cleveland bullpen this kind of a lead, pretty much guaranteed that it's in the win column. Now the kick and delivery. Swing and a miss. Another good slider away. Well, not much action today. Only 6 games today and tonight in the big leagues rather than the normal 15. The 1-2. Swing and a foul off to the left. The Angels hit 4 home runs today in the same inning. An 8-run 5th inning. The 1-2. Outside 2-2. Joe Adele hitting 2 home runs alone in the 5th inning. 10-1 the Angels hammering Tampa Bay. They're in the 8th inning in Tampa. The pitch, swing and a high fly ball, fairly deep right center, playable. John Kenzie Noel, the right fielder, moves over to grab it. It's been such a long time since we played in the Yankees spring training ballpark in Tampa. Can't even remember how the ball carries. The Angels must feel it carries pretty well. I mean, Taylor Ward's hit 2 home runs today. Joe Adele has hit 2 home runs today. Mike Trout's homered. First pitch is in there, a strike to Lenine Sosa. Angels can put up some crooked numbers. The pitch, swing and another weak fly, shallow center. Kwan calls everybody off, and in shallow center, the left fielder retires Lenine Sosa. My goodness, is Jacob Junis making this look easy? He has retired 5 straight batters, and he's done it on 15 pitches. So 2 down, 6-1 Cleveland. 7th inning, here's Brooks Baldwin. Switch hitter taking a strike. He's 0 for 2. The Angels, I think it's safe to say that they are going to win their game. Pitches a strike, 0-2. And that would mean the Angels would be 8-4. And got to remember their schedule. The 0-2 is low. 15 of their first 18 games are on the road. Their only home games were the 3 against Cleveland. They were supposed to play this series with Tampa Bay in Anaheim, but it got switched. The pitch down in the dirt, 2-2. Major League Baseball wants Tampa Bay to play as many home games as they can in April and May because it doesn't rain like it will later in the summer or when Cleveland's there in September. Now the 2-2. Swung on, yanked to first, caught by Manzardo. So Jacob Junis has made 20 pitches and retired 6 in a row. It's stretch time at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario with a score.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Everything. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Call
Calling all baseball and softball players. Registration is now open for Guardians Youth Summer Camps presented by Union Home Mortgage. Open to boys and girls ages 6 to 14. These instructional camps offer a big league experience complete with a Guardians uniform and tickets to a future game. Register today at cleguardians.com/camps.
Hi, it's Bill Wills. Win a pair of Guardians tickets at 8:45 in the morning. The Answer Slump. WTAM 1100.
Second inning of work for Bryce Wilson, and Carlos Santana swings and misses at the first offering. 6-1 Cleveland. Bottom of the seventh inning. Carlos Santana 0 for 2 with a walk. Well, considering how cold it's been and damp again today, 44 degrees, it's just a bone-chilling 44 because it's so damp. But for the most part, pretty well played game. The 0-1 pitch swung on a banged ball towards second, about a knee-high hop handled by Sosa, and he throws out Santana. Sometimes pitchers have a hard time gripping the baseball, commanding the baseball, but for the most part, that's not been an issue today. Here's Kyle Manzardo, 1 for 3, a 2-run home run to right in the first. Then Stephen Kwan, who's 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs, hit a 2-run home run to right in the third. Kwan also has 2 other RBI singles. 6-1 Cleveland. Manzardo now 4 homers and 11 RBIs. The pitch. And it's down at the knees, a strike. The windup and the 0-1, and it's a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kyle Manzardo made his Major League debut last year for Cleveland. The pitch swings and hits a weak ground ball to second. Backhanded by Sosa, throws him out. But you think of Kyle Manzardo a year ago, in 53 games in the regular season, he had 5 homers. And he's now hit 4 home runs, and we're in game 12. 2 down for Nolan Jones. Jones has struck out 3 more times today. Nolan Jones struck out once yesterday. He swings, fouls it off right side. Jones trying to get it going, is now hitless in his last 15 at-bats. 2 down, 6-1. Cleveland in the 7th. Joey Cantillo will pitch the 8th. Here's the wind and delivery. Up high, 1-1. Hey, when the other roofers disappear, Legacy Roofing is there. Watertight or Legacy makes it right. Legacy Roofing stands by its work every time. Call 855-GUT-ROOF. The pitch. Swung on, drilled, left center base hit. Oh, did Nolan Jones need that? Well, he didn't pull off on the baseball that time. The pitch was away. Nolan Jones stayed right on it and drilled a single to left center. And that's a good sign, as that breaks the 0 for 15. And here comes John Kenzie Noel, 1 for 3 with a single. Six to 1 Cleveland in the 7th. Kansas City in town tomorrow night, big weekend series. The set and delivery in the dirt. Nice job by Theis. Here in the early going this year, Friday night now will be a 6:10 start. Normally we would start at 7:10 on Friday night, but here in the early going, tomorrow night, 6:10 start against Kansas City. And then Saturday, a 6:10 start. And then Sunday, a 1:40 start. Then off to Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Baltimore's struggling, as are the Pirates, both 5-8. Now the 1-0, swung on, fouled off to the right. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on, 6-1 Cleveland in the 7th. Throw over to first. Back with a dive is Jones. Today's tickets sold 12,663. I would guess not even half of those people are in the park. The pitch. Down low. Ball 2, 2-1. Nasty, nasty day, but we're getting the game in. And that's what counts in April. Now the 2-1. Runner goes. Pitch is waved at. Throw to second is high, and a great jump by Nolan Jones. It's his first. So with Cleveland up 6-1. A steal of second with 2 down here in the 7th. John Kenzie Noel with a 2-2 count. Here's the delivery. Swings and sends one in the air. Medium deep right center. The right fielder Slater retires Noel and the Guardians. And we go to the 8th. Cleveland 6, Chicago 1.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Cavs and Pacers tonight from Indiana. Tip off at 7 on WTAM 1100.
Joey Cantillo will try to finish this off for Cleveland. And this is really important that Joey Cantillo does just that. Finish this game. That way Cleveland can save the other arms in the bullpen for the weekend. And Cantillo works with a 6-1 lead. He really looked sharp his last time out. Michael Taylor, the batter, and he takes a first pitch curveball and a beauty. Strike one called. Heck of a job by Jacob Junis. 6 up, 6 down with a strikeout. Gavin Williams, a superb 5-inning start. The pitch, a little bit high. Mostly you're getting fastballs and changeups from Cantillo. He'll mix in some curves. His 4th outing. ERA 169. It's all about throwing strikes for Joey Cantillo. The pitch. There's another good off-speed pitch waved at. And this is the role that he and Tristan McKenzie must fill. Give you length, but also give you some protection in a game like this where you're not going to Cade Smith, Hunter Gaddis, Paul Sewald, Emmanuel Clase, Tim Herron. You need all 8 guys in that bullpen to contribute. Now the 1-2. Strike 3 called on a fastball that locked up Taylor. I mean, this would be huge if you get Joey Cantillo coming in and consistently pounding the strike zone.
And Tom, there's going to be some games if he hangs around long enough where they'll need him in a close game. And these types of outings here and his last one, they could really go a long way toward building confidence.
Here's Jacob Amaya. He takes a curveball down and in, ball one. You had the best bullpen maybe that we've ever seen in Cleveland a year ago, or anyone has ever seen in baseball. Curveball strike. What they did as a bullpen was almost incomprehensible, and yet the bullpen got better this season by adding Jacob Junis and Paul Sewald. Cantillo pounding the strike zone with a fastball. 1-2 the count.
Changed the Rocchio caught steal into a pickoff 2-5 at the bottom of the sixth. So pickoff 2-5 on the Rocchio.
Now the 1-2. Got him looking on a changeup. Man, the White Sox have now struck out 10 times here today. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 looking. 4 swinging strikeouts, 6 times called out. Top of the order, Nick Maton. 1 for 3, a single. Cantillo lets it fly. And another awfully close curveball, just a bit high, ball one. Well, we finally have a breeze, and of course it's now blowing in, along with the fog covering much of the sky. The high-rises here in downtown Cleveland. Strike to the outer edge, 1-1. Is it Halloween tonight? The 1-1. That missed outside, ball 2, 2-1.
This would be a good day to film a horror movie downtown. Perfect setting.
6-1 Cleveland, 8th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Joey Cantillo coming in and looking sharp again. He lets it fly, and he just missed outside with a changeup, 3-1. Left on left. He's ready. Here it comes. And he missed low, and Maton walks. So he's aboard with 2 down for Andrew Vaughn. Andrew Vaughn 0 for 3. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster, Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster always working like a pro. 6-1 Cleveland. They've odd hit the Sox today, 9-3. The set and delivery, bullseye on a changeup. Cantillo, part of that Mike Clevenger trade. Now Clevenger in the White Sox bullpen. A 9-player trade. The 0-1. Swung on, lifted in the air to center. Routine for Jones, and a good job by Joey Cantillo. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Guardians rolling over the Sox 6-1 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hi, Pat Moran here with Window World, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. We serve homeowners throughout
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
106.9 FM.
Mike Clevenger is on the pitch now for the White Sox. He's had some command issues and, of course, walked in the winning run in the opener on Tuesday. 6-1 Cleveland in the eighth inning. Clevenger in 5 outings is 0-2 with an ERA of 6. He's walked 7 in 3 innings. Good job by Bryce Wilson, an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. Jonathan Cannon gave up 6 runs in 5 1/3. A couple of 2-run home runs to right field by Kyle Manzardo and Stephen Kwan. Kwan 4 hits, 4 RBIs. Pitch in by the feet of Bo Naylor, ball 1. Boy, and if Clevenger can't start throwing strikes, manager Will Venable's going to have a tough time finding a place for him in the bullpen. Now the 1-0. Naylor sends one high in the air, shallow left, everybody converging, and it's going to be the third baseman Vargas who retires Bo Naylor for out number 1 in shallow left. Speaking of walking and command, there was a minor league game the other night between Jupiter and Dunedin. Dunedin walked 22 times against 7 Jupiter pitchers. 19-5, Dunedin won. The pitch, swing and a weak bouncer to first. Gloved by Vaughn, the underhand flip to Clevenger covering. 2 down. 22 walks issued by Jupiter pitchers in a minor league game. The most in a minor league season since at least 2005. The major league record for most walks in a major league game by a pitching staff, 1971, the Washington Senators walked 19 in a game, in a major league game. Brian Rocchio, the batter, rips one into right field, a base hit. Rocchio swung the bat well today, a double, a line out, a walk, now a single to right, and nobody has swung the bat better than this guy. Stephen Kwan, 4 for 4, 4 RBIs on a 2-run homer to right, a single to right center, an RBI single to left, and what was supposed to be a safety squeeze turned into a bunt single RBI in the 6th. The set, the pitch, and it backs him off the plate, ball 1.
Well, he's so fundamentally sound. The bunt looked easy, and it's not in that situation, really any situation, but he made it look easy.
The next delivery, Kwan with a little dribbler out in front of the plate. Bare hand grab by the catcher, and Theis slings it to first to end the inning. Stephen Kwan did have a 5-hit game. Remember when he made his major league debut?
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
fireworks? Go with the Fireworks Fans Pack and enjoy 6 post-game shows. Can't decide? Build your own 6-pack and choose your favorite games. 6-packs start at just $99, including all fees. Get yours today at CLEGuardians.com.
This is Bill Wills, back with you in the morning. News, sports, traffic, and weather together on the 10s. News Radio, WTAM, 1100.
Joey Cantillo will try to finish it off. 6-1 Cleveland, his second inning of work. Top of the ninth, Miguel Vargas digging in, taking low ball 1. The next pitch, and it's in there. It's a called strike. Well, it's over. The Angels clobbered Tampa Bay 11-1. That pitch in, no, I guess it's high. A couple of home runs by Taylor Ward and by Joe Adell. They each had a pair of homers. Angels playing well. Now the pitch. Just a touch high again. Ball 3, 3-1. Cantillo lets it fly, and the pitch fouled back. Full count. We do not see the White Sox again for a while. Seems like you either play some of these teams in bunches or they're really spread out, and they're spread out this year for a while. The pitch got him swinging on a hanging changeup. Vargas is the third strikeout victim. The Guardians will be in Chicago, but they don't get to Chicago until the final 4 games before the All-Star break. And then they're right back in Chicago the second weekend in August. Now the pitch, and the left-handed hitting Matt Thaiss cuts and misses strike 1. The White Sox are not back here until mid-September. 6-1 Cleveland, 9th inning. Thaiss 0 for 2 with a walk, and he takes strike 2. Boy, and this is such an encouraging sign with how Joey Cantillo now has pitched in back-to-back outings. Here's his 0-2 pitch. And a little bit high. That was a good waist pitch right there. Thaiss didn't offer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the next offering. Ooh, Cantillo thought it was strike 3. Must have been high. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Swung on, drilled to right field. This is a base hit. It'll get down, and it'll go all the way to the wall. And Matt Thaiss has his second double. And the White Sox have their 4th hit. They had not had a hit since the second inning. That'll bring up Austin Slater. Runner at second, 1 out, 9th inning, 6-1 Cleveland. Cantillo hands chest high, lets it fly. Bullseye on a fastball, 91 miles per hour. The next offering, swung on, fouled back, doubled up on the fastball. That one was 93, and the count 0-2. .610 first pitch tomorrow night. Cleveland ace Tanner Bybee against Chris Bubich. Now the 0-2. Got him looking. Changeup. Another called strike. 7 times the White Sox have looked at strike 3. Cleveland pitchers have struck out a dozen. That's 4 for Joey Cantillo. White Sox down to their last out. Runner at second, 2 down, 9th inning, 6-1 Cleveland. The batter, Lenyn Sosa, waves at a changeup away. Boy, Cantillo pitching with great confidence now. The left-hander's ready. The native of Honolulu lets it rip, and another beauty of a changeup. Strike 2 called. Right now, the White Sox have no idea what Cantillo is going to throw them. He has them completely baffled. The 2-strike pitch. Swung on, a little looping liner, base hit into left. Theis will be held at third. Kwan was already gobbling up the ball as Theis got to third. And so he stops there on the single by Sosa. And runners at the corners. 2 down, 9th inning, 6-1 Cleveland. Brooks Baldwin will bat right-handed for the first time today. 0 for 3 in the game. But what Joey Cantillo and Jacob Junis have done today, as Cantillo's pitch, runner takes off, hit high in the air to right field. Toward the line is Noel. Foul ground, makes the catch, ball game. And the Guardians have swept the White Sox by a final score of 6-1.
Cleveland Cliffs American-made steel touches every part of our lives. It's the steel in automobiles moving us around town, the washer and dryer at home, the kitchen tools and appliances to prepare and cook food, the electrical grid that powers electronics, the railways to transport goods. Their steel is stronger and more sustainable than ever due to their innovation and leading-edge technology. Cliffs is America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com.